Hey everybody, I don't have a whole lot of time to do fancy video work, but I do need to get a video out, and I feel like it's important. It's on tournament umpires. The APA, for every sanctioned tournament, pays for the travel for a tournament umpire. Tournament umpire gets to the tournament. They put on a player and umpire meeting at the beginning of the tournament, hopefully the night before most of the time. And any messages from the umpire program or from the APA that need to get to the membership can be fed through this channel. Dangerous situations that we need to keep an eye on, or maybe different rules, or how this tournament's going to be slightly different than they're used to. Any of those things will be hashed out before the confusion starts the day of play. Then during play, the tournament umpire hopefully will sit on the sideline and monitor the games and make sure that they're being run in accordance with the rules. They'll give little coaching tidbits to the umpires as they see things. They'll also act to resolve disputes between umpires, or when the umpires aren't sure of how to call something, they have an expert on the sidelines that can help them with that particular call. During the tournament, they'll be in charge of the umpire schedule, how the umpire horses will be managed, and then at the end of the tournament, they will make an umpire report, a tournament report, and it'll be sent back to the umpire program and to the chief umpire. And anything that happened dangerous during the tournament, anything that happened that maybe was confusing with the rules during the tournament, will be fed back into the APA and into the umpire program to make changes before the next tournament. Part of that umpire report, there are some mandatory things the umpire has to put in. Anytime anyone's kicked off the field, gets injured, or if a horse gets kicked off the field or gets injured, those things have to be sent in the tournament report, and they'll be documented. We're looking for a trend. If we see a trend in a particular player or horse, or an activity that is starting to be more and more dangerous, we'll see a trend and maybe be able to make adjustments later on. All right, a message to the players. Please respect your tournament umpires. Their job sucks. They probably are being there as a favor. They probably don't want to be there. In the same conversation and same breath, you're not supposed to gripe at them, but you should give them feedback. You can give them positive or negative feedback. At the end of the weekend, I talk to every tournament umpire on that Monday or that Sunday after the weekend. They also send a report in. Often on the report, there are both positive and negative things. Hey, this new rule, nobody had complaints about. Everybody seemed to be really clear on. Or people were really upset on how the umpire horses were organized. The feedback that comes from the tournament really does get to me, the umpire program, and the board. If you tell your tournament umpire what's going on, positive or negative, it will get back to who it needs to get to. If you think a change needs to be made, or maybe some praise needs to be given to anybody or any group. Also, to the players, please show up to the dadgum meeting before the tournament. The player and umpire meeting is so difficult to get people to show up to. The tournament umpire will try and have it. Often it doesn't happen for one reason or another, so you're forced to either make it happen at the dinner, maybe stand up and just start talking and tell everybody to shut up, or you're forced, because these things have to get to the membership before play starts, you're forced to either walk around to all the camps and talk to each person, or before the games start, walk on the field and talk to everyone to tell them about how something should happen. That's so much more difficult than just getting it out once at an organized group. So players, please show up to the meeting. Okay, message to the tournament organizers. The tournament umpire should be an asset to you. You should want to sanction your tournament because you get this really helpful person that spends the weekend with you, provided for by the APA. That being said, the tournament umpire is not there to organize your tournament. Although they are probably very knowledgeable on how ranking of teams should go, or how the who wins the tournament kind of thing should go, that's not their job. Their job is to make sure that the games are run by the rules, that the umpire schedule is done, and done in a way that's not going to cause conflict, umpire horses are taken care of, that kind of a thing. If you start giving them other tasks, they're going to be not able to fulfill the tasks that they're really there for. Also, to the organizers of the tournament, know that your tournament umpire is taking time out of their life to be there. They are not getting paid for this. Although their travel is being reimbursed, the rest of their weekend is not. So if you can be as gracious of a host as possible, that would be great. Maybe encourage more tournament umpires to come to your tournament. If you can help them with lodging, where to go, if you could drive them around, pick them up from the airport, maybe give them one of your extra cars, or at least give them a place on the field to stay. Maybe the dinner on the Saturday night you give for free, that kind of thing. Treat them almost like a foreign guest. Being a gracious host, I think, is how most tournaments handle having their tournament umpire. But if you're not used to having tournaments or you're not a gracious host, please change your ways. Be as nice to these people as possible so I can keep getting them to travel. Okay, it's getting late and I'm rambling on, but I'll close out with just a message to everybody, tournament umpires and umpires alike. As an umpire, stay level-headed and fact-oriented. If you just say, this is what happened, and this is how I'm going to handle it, and you're not fierce and strong about it, you're just level-headed, no emotion, you'll have a lot less likelihood of the other players or the other umpires have back chat or have another emotional response back to you. You're just very clear, this is what happened, this is how I'm going to handle it, and you may finish the weekend still being fairly likable. That's a hard thing to do as a tournament umpire, so that's just my 2 cents. Okay, until next time, Chief Ump out. Pew!